Welcome, friends, to our journey into the mysterious world of astral projection. This fascinating phenomenon, also known as an out-of-body experience, has intrigued humanity for centuries. Imagine this: your consciousness, your very essence, leaves your physical body and travels to realms beyond our everyday experience. Sounds like something out of a science fiction movie, right? Well, it's actually a concept deeply embedded in spiritual and mystical traditions around the world. As we sail, like and subscribe so that you won't be left out of this great journey.
So, what exactly is astral projection? In simple terms, it's the process of consciously separating your astral body, that's the non-physical counterpart of your physical self, from your physical body. Those who experience it often describe floating above their own body, seeing the world from a completely new perspective, or even exploring distant places that seem both familiar and otherworldly. Now, you might be wondering, how do you actually do this? Well, there are several methods that people use to attempt astral projection. Let's dive into a few of the most common ones. First up is relaxation and meditation. Deep relaxation is key here. The goal is to reach a hypnagogic state. That's the state between wakefulness and sleep. It's a delicate balance where your body is completely relaxed, but your mind is still awake and alert. Another technique involves visualization. Practitioners often imagine their astral body separating from their physical one. Some picture themselves floating upwards, while others might imagine rolling out of their body as if slipping out of a cocoon. Then there's sleep paralysis, that strange, sometimes frightening state where your body is asleep, but your mind is awake. Some people try to induce this state as a precursor to astral projection. And let's not forget lucid dreaming. If you've ever been aware that you're dreaming and taken control of the dream, you might have come close to an astral projection experience. Some people use lucid dreaming as a springboard to consciously explore the astral plane. Astral projection isn't just a modern curiosity, it's been interpreted in various ways across different religious and cultural contexts throughout history. In Hinduism, for example, it's closely related to the concept of siddhis, or supernatural powers achieved through meditation and spiritual practice. The astral body, known as the Sukshma Sharira, is believed to travel to higher planes of existence as part of one's spiritual journey. In Buddhism, particularly Tibetan Buddhism, there's a concept called the bardo, a transitional state between death and rebirth that shares similarities with the astral plane. Some forms of Buddhism acknowledge the possibility of astral projection, often in connection with advanced meditation practices. Moving to the West, Western esotericism and theosophy view the astral plane as a dimension of reality between the physical world and higher spiritual realms. For these traditions, astral projection is a way to access hidden knowledge and spiritual truths. Christianity, on the other hand, typically views astral projection with skepticism, often associating it with occult practices. However, some mystics and Christian esoteric groups have described experiences similar to astral projection, though these are usually seen as visions or spiritual journeys rather than conscious travel. And let's not forget indigenous beliefs. Across the world, various indigenous cultures have practices that resemble astral projection, often linked to shamanic journeys. In these traditions, a shaman's spirit may travel to other realms to seek guidance, healing, or knowledge. So, what happens when someone actually experiences astral projection? The effects can vary widely depending on the individual and the circumstances. On the positive side, many people report profound spiritual growth. They feel they've gained a deeper understanding of themselves and the universe. Some use astral projection as a tool for personal insight, helping them reflect on their lives and make better decisions. And then there's the sheer thrill of exploration. the chance to explore new realms and encounter beings that may offer guidance or wisdom. But it's not all positive. Some individuals might feel disoriented or anxious after an astral projection experience, especially if it was unexpected. There are also rare reports of people having difficulty returning to their physical body, though this is usually attributed to psychological factors rather than any physical danger. And for some, the experience can have a psychological impact. Encountering frightening entities or environments can lead to fear or distress. Astral projection is surrounded by a fair share of myths and misconceptions. Let's debunk a few of the most common ones. One of the biggest myths is that astral projection is dangerous. Some people believe that you could get trapped outside your body or encounter malevolent entities. But there's no scientific evidence to support these fears. Most experiences are subjective and closely tied to the individual's psychological state. Another myth is that only the spiritual elite can do it. The truth is, many people claim to have had spontaneous out-of-body experiences, often during sleep or near-death experiences. You don't need to be a spiritual master to have one. Some believe that astral projection proves life after death. While it can certainly be a compelling personal experience, there's no scientific consensus that it confirms the existence of an afterlife. And then there's the idea of the silver cord, a concept found in some traditions describing the connection between the astral body and the physical body. A common myth is that if this cord is severed, the individual dies. However, this idea is largely metaphorical and not supported by evidence. In conclusion, astral projection remains a fascinating and, yes, controversial topic. It's a rich tapestry of beliefs and practices, but much of the evidence is anecdotal and deeply personal. Whether you see it as a spiritual journey, a psychological phenomenon, or just a vivid dream, astral projection continues to captivate those who are intrigued by the mysteries of consciousness and the possibilities of existence beyond the physical world. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit that button so you won't miss out on our next adventure. Until then, see you in the next video, my friend.